Langston Heritage Celebration. Langston Heritage Celebration, June 8th, 2013. Langston Heritage Celebration, June 8th, 2013. Welcome to the Langston Heritage Celebration Main Stage program. Thank you to all who traveled around the United States to make this special program possible. To kick off the June 8th program, we were joined by the Honorable Eleanor Holmes Norton, Acting Superintendent Gopal Nujabale, and a representative from Mayor Vincent Gray's office proclaiming that June 8th, 2013 will forever be honoring National Black Golf Hall of Fame inductees, Langston Golf Course and Wake Robin Golf Club. On behalf of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, we first want to recognize the efforts of the Langston family for putting together a celebration that is long overdue. A special thanks to golf course specialists Louis Tate and the ladies of Wake Robin Golf Club for their decades-long commitment to Langston and the game of golf. The purpose and mission of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame is to recognize and honor the contributions of Black golfers for their skills and further to honor persons, regardless of race or ethnicity, who have done the most to promote golf in Black communities. Langston was the center of the golf world for Black players. At the same time, the Wake Robin women took advantage of this opportunity by not only playing, but increasing the number of women in the game. So, in recognition of the dedication and contributions to the game of golf, and whose excellence has brought the recognition and respect of your peers and the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, on this 8th day of June 2013, the Langston Golf Course and Wake Robin Golf Club are hereby reaffirmed as members of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame.
Golf was a game that my father loved, and he really loved and respected the individuals and the greats of the game, particularly professionals, and individuals who really made a difference early on, whether it was Jim Thorpe or Calvin Pete or Jim Dent. He loved what they did for the game. He loved what he did for the game in the sense that he really wanted to make sure it was open for everyone to play. But Langston being recognized by the Black Golf Hall of Fame as a historical site was a terrific recognition of the many great opportunities that Langston provides for Blacks to play the game, enjoy the game, and compete in the game. I've never played Langston. I'm going to have to do that. And what greater time to do that now when it's recognized by the Black Golf Hall of Fame. As you know, my dad was inducted into the Black Golf Hall of Fame, and I was too. And to be aligned with Langston and all the many other greats in that institution is terrific. Langston has a very, very special meaning, and all those individuals who played Langston have a very, very special meaning to the game of golf, particularly for Blacks. And it's wonderful to keep that tradition going and going forward. So I hope everyone's having a great time and enjoy this wonderful time to recognize a major foundation for the success of Black golf throughout this country.
Langston Golf Course was named after abolitionist, diplomat, educator, and politician John Mercer Langston. At the June 8th Langston Heritage Celebration, Dr. Judith King Kelneck, a humanities professor at United Nations International School and relative of John Mercer Langston, joined us to share her stories that have been passed down through their family and that she has researched over the past decades. John Mercer Langston had a lot of firsts in his lifetime. He helped to create and was the first dean of the law school at Howard University. He was the first president of Virginia State University, and he was the first colored Virginia representative in U.S. Congress. John Mercer Langston helped runaway slaves to escape to the north along the Ohio part of the Underground Railroad, and in 1877 became the U.S. Minister to Haiti. He died in 1897 at the age of 67 in Washington, D.C.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise. A poem written by Valeda Fluellen expressly for the National Black Golf Hall of Fame.
Forbidden fairways, uneven lies, making noise about things we despise, sending the message, just let us play. Words of black golfers, paving the way. Make some noise about things unfair until bigotry and prejudice are no longer there. Electrify, inspire, and promote. Echo words these authors wrote. Pete McDaniel, Charlie Sifford, Dr. Michael Johnson, Dr. Calvin Sinnett. Pen tales of golfers we must not forget. The golfers of Langston Golf Course, the ladies of Wake Robin Club made some noise, refused to be snubbed. Pushing doors open, forging the way for the son of Earl Woods to be a champion one day. Now you, make some noise by adding your name to those who support the National Black Golf Hall of Fame.
Dr. Calvin Sinnett, author of Forbidden Fairways and longtime friend of Langston, is a 2011 inductee of the National Black Golf Hall of Fame. His story of the history of Langston's opening is inspirational and includes many notable Washingtonians. When blacks returned home from World War I, they expected to be treated equally after serving their country, but upon their return, the opposite occurred. In 1919, there were more than 20 race riots, and African Americans were faced with a monumental task which required patience, determination, and a true sense of racial dynamics. Their progress was agonizingly slow, but they were determined for equal rights, which included a sufficient place for them to play golf. The Royal and Wake Robin Golf Clubs pursued the federal government for construction of a new golf course, which was opened in 1939. Edgar Brown was the master of ceremonies for opening day, and the first tee-off was shot by golfer Clyde Martin. Langston overcame many obstacles during its opening, but the challenges didn't cease once the course was open. In the beginning years, there was a fire at the course, burning down one of their sheds. There was a plane crash at the course, which thankfully resulted in 0 deaths, and there was also a challenge of what to do about the Canadian geese that lived and used the golf course land as their home. In 1991, Langston was added to the National Registry of Historic Places, and Langston remains a treasured beacon of black golf history. It was a venue for 5 national tournaments held by the United Golfers Association, and is the only course in the city with water hazards. Dr. Calvin Sinnett is very confident that Langston will one day become a venue that can host a PGA event, and that its success will pay tribute to the many loyal supporters that labored over the years to preserve and enhance this national treasure. Dr. Calvin Sinnett was presented with the painting titled Dawn of Greatness in November 2009 by the Professional Golfers Association of America, in recognition of his efforts to obtain posthumous PGA membership for renowned African-American golfer William Spiller Sr. In 1948, Spiller and Theodore Rhodes applied for PGA membership, but the organization failed to act on their applications. 50 years later, Dr. Sinnett appealed to the PGA to grant posthumous membership to Spiller. Slightly more than a decade passed before the PGA Board of Directors took action to correct the injustice. In 2009, the organization bestowed posthumous membership not only to Spiller, but also to Ted Rose and John Shipper, the first American-born golf professional. At the same time, honorary PGA membership was bestowed on former world heavyweight boxing champion and avid golfer Joe Louis. To further commemorate its 2009 decision, the PGA commissioned the African-American painter Kevin Williams to produce an appropriate artistic rendition of the four honorees. Dawn of Greatness pays tribute to the four African Americans whose contributions to the game of golf were overlooked for far too long. Dr. Calvin Sinnett has kindly donated this painting to be on display in the Langston Golf. Pete McDaniel, author of Uneven Lies, is a member of the African American Golfer Hall of Fame and the National Black Golf Hall of Fame. He is a senior writer at Golf Digest and Golf World magazine, best known for writing collaboratively with Tiger Woods. Pete McDaniel, however, believes his claim to fame is actually his time as caddy for James Black. McDaniel tells the story of when he was Black's caddy for 2 years as a young man. He remembers when James Black was going for his second straight win at the Skyview Open against Charlie Owens. Black leaned over and told McDaniel that he was about to do his devil swing, and much to McDaniel's surprise, the devil swing went up and over the trees on the fairway, made a sharp turn in the air, and bounced on the green close to the hole. James Black won that year and the next year, resulting in 3 wins in a row. Pete McDaniel continues by addressing the rough times that African American golfers went through during that time period, including not having enough money to stay in adequate hotels while on tour, and not having enough money to have sufficient meals while playing. Dr. Jeffrey Sammons serves as an advisor on historical and diversity matters to the PGA of America. He is a member of the Museum Committee of the USGA and the USGA PGA Archive Working Group. Dr. Sammons shares stories about Joe Louis, who was the heavyweight champion of the world from 1937 to 1949. He is seen as the most influential person in the promotion and support of black golf. Many believe Joe Louis's obsession with golf may have ultimately hurt his boxing career, as he often skipped boxing practice in order to golf. Clyde Martin became Joe Louis's instructor and helped him to improve his game to the point where he could play in tournaments. His first tournament at Langston brought between 2,000 and 3,000 spectators, which resulted in great marketing for Langston, as 60% of the spectators hadn't known that Langston existed before that. Eventually, Joe Louis was sponsoring black pros that wanted to play golf, and without him wouldn't have had the means to play, and he was hosting his own tournaments. He was also known to wager large sums of money against pros on the golf course. Thanks to people like Joe Louis, African American golf was becoming more and more popular in the 1950s. Susan Rosser of the USGA Museum took a large part in the USGA's exhibit entitled American Champions and Barrier Breakers, which showcased African American sports icons including Jackie Robinson, Althea Gibson, and Joe Louis, all of whom have golfed at Langston Golf Course. The USGA Museum's next exhibit seeks to celebrate the life and accomplishments of William Powell and others, their achievements in the creation of golf clubs, courses, and their important legacies to the African American society. The men and women who designed, built, and ran these golf courses, along with many of their contemporaries, overcame numerous challenges on their way to realizing equality on the green. The exhibit, presented by the USGA Museum and Arnold Palmer Center for Golf History, will feature artifacts, photographs, and video of Clearview Golf Course, Langston Golf Course, Shady Rest Golf Course, Apex Golf Course, Wake Robin Golf Club, and the Royal Golf Club. The exhibit will open in February 2014. Langston Golf Course was established thanks to the dedication and persistence of the Royal and Wake Robin golf clubs. They rallied and petitioned until their dream for a golf course became a reality. In 1925, the all-black Riverside Golf Club was organized to promote play on Lincoln Memorial Golf Course in Washington, D.C., which opened on June 8, 1924. Some members split from this club 6 months after its formation to organize the Citizens Golf Club, which later changed its name in 1927 to the Capital City Golf Club and in 1933 to the Royal Golf Club. With a burgeoning number of African American golfers in the city, the Royal Golf Club began advocating for expanded facilities and requested that the federal government, which operated all 5 golf courses in the city limits, construct a new 18-hole course for blacks to play. In 1927, John Langford, a prominent black architect in the city, petitioned the federal government to build the course on the new Anacostia Park. Over the next several years, African American golfers in the city and surrounding areas held rallies, attended hearings, wrote letters, and lobbied Congress and executive branch officials to build the new course in Anacostia Park. In 1934, government officials met with the black golfing community, including members of the Royal Golf Club, and agreed to build the course in Anacostia Park. The first 9 holes of Langston Golf Course were built in 1939. When it opened, the course was not in good shape and some of the greens lacked grass. The inadequate facilities at Langston led many black golfers to continue to lobby for expansion of the course. African Americans attempted to play golf at the all-white East Potomac Park Golf Course, Rock Creek Park Golf Course, and other all-white golf courses, but were usually prevented from doing so. Black golfers continued to lobby, rally, and testify in favor of an additional 9 holes at Langston until the back 9 was constructed and opened in 1955. The Wake Robin Golf Club is the oldest women's African American golf club in the United States. They were founded by Helen Webb Harris and 12 other women in Washington, D.C. in 1937. Many of the Wake Robin members were wives of the Royals Golf Club, and the 2 clubs had very similar goals and purposes. In 1938, the Wake Robin and Royal Golf Clubs pushed the process of desegregating the public courses in Washington, D.C. by petitioning the Secretary of the Interior, Harold Ickes. Even though Langston Golf Course opened in 1939, making it the second course in Washington that people of color were allowed to play, Wake Robin and the Royals continued to petition the Secretary until public courses were desegregated in 1941. The Wake Robin Golf Club is dedicated to preserving the legacy that its founders established 76 years ago. Currently, the organization has more than 50 members consisting of working professionals, housewives, and retirees. They have active members ranging in the age from early 30s to upper 80s with a well-earned reputation for supporting and promoting golf for women.
My name is Charles Scott, and I'm a member of the Coastal Golf Club. I joined the golf club when I was working at the post office. I've been with them, I would say, approximately 30, 35 years. During that time, we have had lots of experience visiting other clubs and playing a lot of golf. Outstanding. Langston has been in the forefront because at the time, this was the only golf club for us that we could really play golf the way we wanted to. And Langston has been very good to us, and we hope he'll be good to them.
Dr. John Summers,
I'm a member of the Pro Duffel. Our club organized in 1946 as a group of college students who wanted to play with other people from other areas. And they got together with a group from Philadelphia and started a tradition of having golf matches with them. And as he stated, that Langston was one of the few golf courses that was available to the club. And this is what they usually organize around. Then in 1989, the Pro Duffers became a national club.
I'm Leighton Carter. I'm the president of the Full Ball Golf Club.
I'm Adam Shaw, and I'm the treasurer of the Full Ball Golf Club. Well, I go back a ways, 50 years, as a matter of fact, when we started up in Maryland. And we had so many fellows from Prince George's County and D.C. we decided to incorporate here in Washington, D.C. So we've been here actually since '63, and that comes to 50 years. We play here, and as a matter of fact, there was a group of seven members who created what was called an Interclub Federation of Golfers that played a significant role in Langston. Back at the time when it was about to close, we actually had a couple of people that ran the concession at the request of Mr. Brock, because he was having problems, and he said that he was going to close the course unless he could get someone to run the concession. And we ran it for about.
My name is James Jenkins. Currently, I'm the president of Tee to Green Golf Club.
My name is James Dean. I am a member of Tee to Green Golf Club.
I am George Reeves, the president and sergeant of arms of Tee to Green Golf Club.
I'm Steve Logan, lefty. I'm the oldest active member of Tee to Green Golf Club.
Tee to Green Golf Club started back in 1969. We're fortunate to have one of the original founders of the club here today. That's Mr. George Reeves to my right. I think a group of about 7 guys got together, and because of the conditions of our society back in '69, decided it may be worthwhile to organize a club to promote the enjoyment of playing golf, and at the same time, we tried to build a program that would give back to the community and help promote golf among the youngsters and give certain events to just help promote golf among the African American community. And from those humble beginnings, we've prospered and become a growing entity now. We've had a relationship with Langston since 1969. We've been through all the trials and tribulations Langston has gone through during that time. And we'd like to think that we've had a little influence in helping keep Langston thriving and
Ron McPherson, I'm assistant tournament director, Nairobi Golf Club. Charles Farmville, director, Nairobi Golf Club. Result of a lot of us playing a lot of golf. Here at Langston, we basically playing on Saturday and Sunday here. Okay? Just to play golf, nothing else. And every Saturday somewhere in this area or in the metropolitan every Saturday. And that's basically how it started. And we always play at Langston every Sunday.
My name is Sam Tapscott, and I'm the golf director for the Monday Morning Golf Club. My name is John Milligan, Golf Club. Well, this is about my third or fourth time around as president, and I really enjoyed that I was selected to represent the group. But we have been working together. The golf club was actually formed in 1974. It was the 12 guys who were retired, and they all played golf at Langston. And they decided, well, the good thing to do is to get a club together and be together. They liked one another. And the game fit right in, so they said, well, that's what we do. And they got together and started playing, and they decided the best day to play is on Monday. And that is why it was named Sunday Morning Golf Club.
My name is Phyllis Stevenson Jenkins. I am the current president of Langston Ladies Golf Association.
I'm Pat Williams, and I'm the past treasurer of the Langston Ladies Golf Association.
I'm Irene Gaskins, and I'm the current secretary and webmaster for the Licensed Golf Association.
I'm Roberta Turner. I'm a chartered member of the Langston Ladies Golf Association.
Another loyal and dedicated golf club is the Oxen Blades. Thanks to them, the Capital City Open was brought to Langston, which provided a platform for many African American golf greats, amateurs, and juniors. This brought many pro golfers and spectators from out of town to Langston. The tournament was held at Langston for several years, and although the Oxen Blades are no longer an active club, their members are still very involved at Langston in their junior programs, and you can often find many of them hanging out at the course.
I can tell you about it. Wherever we was able to play, it was a nice golf course. But realistically, we wouldn't know a good golf course from a bad one unless we played on one of the white courses on Caterpillar. So Langston was something. It was a nice golf course to us, but as we started playing year after year, then it became hard, typical place where they wouldn't live. Like people enough money to keep it up in good shape. But we really learned how to play golf that way. Through tough golf courses. It was tough because of the condition of it. And we come all the way from New York to gamble on like the golf course.
It's just the fact that there's so many internets that when I was a junior, to go play in, those junior events, you see juniors in the Washington area play, Baltimore area play. And then they used to have a miniature golf course right outside the clubhouse. And at night, we would play, on that miniature golf course. And they had some lime, I guess it was a lime drink. Everybody's drinking that lime drink.
Playing the capital city. Yep. My favorite story about Langston, I remember I don't know if he's still coming to Alabama Slim. He was a funny guy. Alabama man, they used to rob him every afternoon. He thought he was robbing them, but they were robbing him every afternoon. Every time he gets some money, he brings to Langston. And they were waiting on him every afternoon. And, you sit down there and you go back to like Harsh and Pondexter, and those guys was great guys, and you really enjoy. You could go there and sit down, and they could hold coat. I mean, you listen to the story. They could.
Two additional golfers that are important to Langston's history and the success of African American golf are Charlie Sifford and Jim Thorpe. Sifford and Thorpe are in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame class of 1986. Charlie Sifford just celebrated his 91st birthday last week, and Jim Thorpe is currently on the Senior PGA Tour. They are both quoted in the book Par with remarks from when they were young golfers. I started caddying when I was 13 years old to make money for my family. I'd make 60 cents for 18 holes, give my mother 50 cents, and I'd take a dime for a cigar. With all the obstacles I went through, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to play golf, and I ain't ever wanted to quit. And I would like it to be known, little Charlie Sifford was an alright guy. We never wore golf shoes till we got on the tour. We never knew what golf shoes was. Do you think Tiger Woods will ever know that we used to make golf clubs out of tobacco sticks? That we made a putter from an old dogwood tree? In 1981, in Marion, Pennsylvania, I was leading the U.S. Open, and I don't even think my wife knew this. I was absolutely dead broke. If they hadn't had food in the locker room, I couldn't have eaten. Now, it is our pleasure to introduce the golf greats that were able to join our Heritage Celebration. James Black is in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, class of 1986. He turned pro in 1962 and joined the PGA Tour in 1965. He played in 14 events on tour. Lee Elder is in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, class of 1986. He turned pro in 1959 and joined the PGA Tour in 1967. Elder won the 1974 Monsanto Open to become the first African American to qualify and play in the Masters. He joined the Senior Tour in 1984. Calvin Peete is in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, class of 1986, and turned pro in 1971. He qualified for the PGA Tour in 1975. Pete won 12 times on the PGA Tour and led the tour in driving accuracy for 10 consecutive years. He joined the PGA Senior Tour in 1993. Chuck Thorpe is in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, class of 1986. He turned pro in 1967 and joined the PGA Tour in 1962. Rafe Botts is in the National Black Golf Hall of Fame, class of 1988. He is from Washington, D.C., and won the UGA Amateur Championship in 1959 at Langston. He turned pro in 1960 and joined the PGA Tour in 1961. He moved to California to pursue golf as a profession under the direction of Charlie Sifford and Teddy Rhodes. Since the 1940s, Langston has been a place for local juniors to come and learn how to golf, as well as a safe and supportive community for them to grow up in. Today, we have golfers from every generation joining us in the celebration of Langston heritage. Adrian Stewart tells the story of the time he came to golf with long hair and baggy clothes. His coach, Rodney Lathern, a former Langston junior, promptly took him to the barbershop so he could look presentable on the golf course. Today, Adrian is still in the junior golf program, travels with Currently, Langston has 3 different junior golf. An all-volunteer organization, Langston Junior Boys and Girls Golf Club is located at the historic Langston Golf Course. Over 200 boys and girls participate every summer from late June through August in the junior program. Langston Juniors involves much more than just learning the mechanics of golf. Langston's volunteer instructors teach participants valuable life lessons through the game. Formed in 1990 under the nationally based Hook a Kid on Golf program, the Langston Junior Boys and Girls Club became an independent organization in 1994. Established in 1991 by Felton Mason, Mason's Army's goal is to develop and operate a junior golf training program for boys and girls between the ages of 8 and 18 years old. Mason was particularly interested in fostering economically disadvantaged minority youth in the Washington, D.C. area. Members of Mason's Army do not pay fees for training or for services rendered, and are to adhere by guidelines established by the U.S. Golf Association for junior golf programs. Mason's Army's home has been established at Langston Golf Course, where hundreds of young people have gone through this progressive program. Since 1997, the first tee has helped shape the lives of more than 7 million young people from all walks of life by teaching them values like integrity, respect, and perseverance through the game of golf. The first tee provides educational programs that build character and promote healthy choices. There are 5,300 elementary schools offering the First Tee National School Program. In 1999, the Washington, D.C. chapter was started at Langston Golf Course and has been so successful that they expanded to East Potomac and Rock Creek golf courses to serve hundreds of children. Today's event was made possible by the collective effort of the golf industry and our Ace, Eagle, Birdie, and Par sponsors. We appreciate your support in helping us celebrate diversity in the game. A special thank you to the Langston Heritage Committee, National Park Service, and all of our media partners. Pamela Green, President of Wake Robin Golf Club, and Lewis Tate, General Manager of Langston, would like to thank all of you for celebrating Black golf heritage by attending the Langston Heritage Celebration. Although this program is over, the celebration of Black golf continues.